Dante's Inferno, Dante Alighieri, Canto 3, translation Robin Kirkpatrick. Through me you go to the grief-racked city, through me to everlasting pain you go, through me you go and pass among lost souls. Justice inspired my exalted creator, I am a creature of the holiest power, of wisdom in the highest, and of primal love. Nothing till I was made, only eternal beings, and I endure eternally. Surrender as you enter every hope you have. These were the words that, written in dark tones, I saw there on the summit of a great door. I turned. Their meaning, sir, for me is hard. And he in answering, as though he understood, you need must here surrender all your doubts. All taint of cowardness must here be dead. We now have come where, as I have said, you'll see in suffering the souls of those who have lost the good that intellect desires to win. And then he placed his hand around my own. He smiled, to give me some encouragement, and set me on to enter secret things. Sighing, sobbing, moans and plaintive wailing all echoed here through air where no star shone, and I, as this began to weep. Discordant tongues, harsh accents of horror, tormented words, the twangs of rage, strident voices, the sound as well of smacking hands. These all stirred a storm that swirled forever in the darkened air where no time was, as sand swept up in breathing spires of wind. I turned, my head tight-bound in confusion, to say to my master, what is it that I hear? Who can these be, so overwhelmed by pain? This baleful condition is one, he said, that grips those souls whose lives, contemptibly, were void alike of honour and ill fame. These all commingled with a noisome choir of angels, who, not rebels, yet not true to God, existed for themselves alone. To keep their beauty whole, the heavens spurned them, nor would the depths of hell receive them, lest truly wicked souls boast over them. And I? What can it be, so harsh, so heavy, that draws such loud lamenting from these crowds? And he replied, my answer can be brief. These have no hope that death will ever come, and so degraded is the life they lead, all look with envy on all other fates. Their world allows no glory to their name, mercy and justice alike despise them. Let us not speak of them. Look, then pass on. I did look, intently. I saw a banner running so rapidly, whirling forwards that nothing, it seemed, would ever grant a pause. Drawn by that banner was so long a trail of men and women, I should not have thought that death could ever have unmade so many. A few I recognized, and then I saw and knew beyond all doubt the shadow of one who made from cowardice the great denial. So I, at that instant, was wholly sure this congregation was that worthless mob, loathsome alike to God and their own enemies. These wretched souls were never truly alive. They now went naked and were sharply spurred by wasps and hornets, thriving all around. The insects streaked the face of each with blood. Mixing with tears, the lines ran down, and then were garnered at their feet by filthy worms. And when I got myself to look beyond, others I saw were ranged along the bank of some great stream. Allow me, sir, I said, to know who these might be, what drives them on, and what makes them all as far in this weak light as I discern, so eager for the crossing. That will, of course, be clear to you, he said, when once her footsteps are set firm upon the melancholic shores of Acheron. At this, ashamed, my eyes cast humbly down, fearing my words had weighed on him too hard. I held my tongue until we reached the stream. Look now, towards us in a boat there came an old man, yelling, hair all white and aged. Degenerates, your fate is sealed, cry woe. Don't hope you'll ever see the skies again. I'm here to lead you to the farthest shore, and to eternal shadow, heat and chill. And you there, you, yes you, the living soul, get right away from this gang. These are dead. And then, on seeing that I did not move, you will arrive by other paths and ports. You'll start your journey from a different beach. A lighter hull must carry you across. Charon, my leader, don't torment yourself. For this is willed, where all is possible, this is willed there, and so demand no more. The fleecy wattles of the ferryman, who plied across the livery swamp, eyeballs encircled by 2 wheels of flame, fell mute, but not the other souls. Naked and drained, their complexions changed, their teeth began, hearing his raw command, to gnash and grind. They raged, blaspheming God and their own kin, the human race, the place and time, the seed from which they'd sprung the day that they'd been born. And then they came together all as one, wailing aloud along the evil margin that waits for all who have no fear of God. Charon the demon, with his hot coal eyes, glared what he meant to do. He swept all in. He struck at any dawdler with his oar. In autumn, leaves are lifted, one by one, away until the branch looks down and sees its tatters arrayed upon the ground. In that same way did Adam's evil seed hurtle in sequence from the river's rim as birds that answer to their handler's call. Then off they went, to cross the darkened flood, and, long before they'd lanced over there, another flock assembled in their stead. Attentively, my master said, all those, dear son, who perish in the wrath of God meet on this shore wherever they are born, and they are eager to be shipped across. Justice of God so spurns them all ahead that fear in them becomes that sharp desire. But no good soul will ever leave from here, and so when Charon thus complains of you, you may well grasp the sense that sounds within. His words now done, the desolate terrain trembled with such great violence that the thought soaked me once more in terrified sweat. The tear-drenched earth gave out a gust of wind, erupting in a flash of bright vermilion that overwhelmed all conscious sentiment. I fell like someone gripped by sudden sleep.